watching up-to-the-minute SABC News International.
It is heated. We're having so much fun. Everyone's talking. Everyone's expressing ourselves. What do you think? Do you think that young South Africans feel part of Africa as a whole?
We are Africans, why don't we have maybe Mozambican Day, a Nigerian Day at school,
You are alone. In this world, they take what you own. Tears and sweat is what you wear instead of your throne. Black man, in this world, you are alone.
The question is, how do we begin to then interact?
Hello and welcome to Youth Expression, the program that focuses on the voice of the African youth. Now, if you agree that young people deserve to say more, then this is the show for you. I'm your host, Naledi Malao. Let's get started with the Expressing. While the legal age that defines the youth varies across the continent, young people, however, make up the largest population group in their respective countries. Now, this is a huge electoral constituency that no political party can afford to ignore. But as we all know, young people would often rather be engaged in other matters but those of political campaigning. But as our insert will show, this is slowly changing as political players swing their eyes towards the increasingly influential youth vote.
Time magazine calls this the year of the youth vote, when the world awakens to a precious electoral discovery, young voters. Barack Obama will have not only his lucky stars to thank should he win Tuesday's presidential elections in the US, but he'll also owe his presidency to the more politically motivated American youngsters. This time around, it seems, the 18 to 29-year-old voters can be relied upon.
In the primaries, we've had record numbers of young people voting. These are young people, again, who went to school, and in their school system, in high school and in college, they were taught that a pluralistic, multicultural, non-racial society is what the United States should be. And along comes Barack Obama, and they would say, well, this is our man. I mean, this is what we've been talking about.
Meanwhile, South Africa is a few months away from its fourth general elections. And not to buck the trend, there's an unprecedented hype over stuffing the ballot boxes with votes of the 18 to 35-year-olds. The country's electoral body has revamped its campaign.
For more information, call 0800 11 8000 toll-free on the landline.
The newest party in town is placing its political fortunes in the hands of young professionals. And the ruling ANC has also been quick in attracting the vote of youngsters.
We therefore call on all South Africans, particularly the youth, to act now to ensure that you will be able to exercise your right on election day.
But why the sudden rush to target the youth vote? The answer simply lies in the numbers. Unlike with Europe, the rest of the world's population is growing increasingly young. Both in Kenya, Nigeria and South Africa, over 2/3 of the population is under 35 years of age. And 50% of this group is eligible to vote. But there are serious challenges. Generally, young voters are politically marginalized and therefore become apathetic and ignorant. Also, they tend to be unreliable at the polls. This next excerpt from our sister show on SABC1 shows the extent to which confidence in our leaders is dwindling. As voter registration week begins for next year's elections in South Africa, about 1/3 of the youth will already have their names on the register. The challenge for the continent will be to get the rest to exercise their democratic right to vote. But in the absence of an Obama or Hugo Chavez on our continent, it seems our electoral commissions have their